you to do is tell me when I'm on top of the middle of it.
Well.
Good? This is camp spot number 3, right? We've hit camp spot number 3. This one took us a while to find. I think we drove for a total of 5 hours a day, maybe 5.5. An hour of that honestly was, we started looking at gas and thought, we're gonna be close. We dove down the canyon in an area and down into one of the small towns and fueled up and then came back up. So that was an hour, but that part of the section of the road was pretty slow going overall. You can see behind me we have camp set up already. We're working on getting a fire going so we can cook some hot dogs, and then we'll go from there. But I don't know what to say anymore. I don't think I officially asked you about the second place that we stopped.
I think that might have been my favorite so far. Well, this is the last overnight, so that was probably my favorite. I loved the water, and all of them have been pretty secluded. I'm kind of surprised.
And then we drove the third leg today. So what did you think about the third leg?
Gosh, it was just really cool, again, going from so many different terrains in a short amount of time. I mean, just from lots of trees and really wooded, lots of different vegetation and stuff, to just meadows, like big open meadows that I didn't really realize were up here, and different types of rocks and rock formations. Another thing I didn't realize was how much water was actually up here. All the little springs and little lakes and ponds, and I didn't realize that was the case up here either.
We have a lot of history there. I've done a lot of things up there with my family growing up, on the bottom of the canyon, on the top. You and I have been there too. I've done a lot of stuff with my brother up there. So, I don't know, maybe that kind of sways me too, a little bit. But I love that area and that terrain. Oh man, I love it.
In the 1800s, I had family that settled some of these areas in the state that I live in. And I've been enthralled with some of the stories I could find specific to their settlement experiences. It helps paint somewhat of a picture of a question I often ask myself in areas like these. What was it like in the early days? And as my wife and I traveled the road in comfort of an air-conditioned truck, what was it like to work on the roads and build the towns below as they eked out their survival? What old stories are currently out there, and what stories have been buried by time? Day 4, you guessed it, got up early and went exploring. But as I was getting ready to leave, we had a visitor just outside the camp.
Oh, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Are you gonna eat me? Are you gonna eat me? What you gonna do? Is you gonna eat me? Oh, I sneak up on you.
See anything?
Oh, I saw a doe. How'd you sleep?
Probably better than you. I just rolled up your mat that was totally flat.
Oh, well, I slept pretty good.
Oh, good.
Last night I slept really good, actually.
Oh, good. Just got to get her rolling before we go.
Are you telling everybody else you were here? All the squirrels? You're a mess. Today's our last day here, so this is day 4. We've got everything packed up, so we still have about, well, less than 25 because we're a little bit more than 75 miles through it. A little less than 25 miles to go out. And we might stop at a lake and do some fishing. I don't know. That's kind of the fun thing about these trips for us, is we just kind of go with the flow. We have a overall plan, but the details inside, we just kind of, we'll figure it out.
We've seen a lot of doe come right down into camp. Hearing them up on the mountains behind us and in front of us, both sides. That's been kind of fun.
Yeah, I think we're in a feeding area. We're gonna get in the truck and do the next leg. Like I said, maybe we'll stop, do some fishing, we'll see.
These flowers are just amazing down here. It's not just one person doing it.
Oh, that has been a huge thing for me this entire time.
Not even just one person
That's
editing,
you.
but filming too.
I keep saying that because I know this time it's gonna happen. Yeah, that's just beautiful.
It looks funny. I've never been able to see it.
You haven't?
Well, it's always like more murky water.
Oh, I get you. I get what you're saying.
I can actually see her legs.
Yeah. You ready?
Good girl.
All right, here's yours.
Well, I've heard it said that the fishing was good. It was the catching that was bad.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Despite little of the road ahead and most of it behind, it was the memories my wife and I created together on the trip that we'll always have. And hopefully, this story will be passed down and added to the stories of old.
Well, we made it back on pavement. We've actually been driving for a while, heading back home. A lot of fun. So when everything was said and done, it was well over 100 miles that we went on dirt roads. So that would include the spur roads that we went down. I wouldn't say well over 100, but certainly over 100 for sure. And such beautiful areas, going from one elevation to the next and watching the terrain change. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun just to spend some time with my wife. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Tim.